Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to It's the Life of TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another random video. My 31 days of videos. Today is going to be just showing you my tarot card collection. I was going to do this on Friday the 13th. Possibly a reading, but that didn't happen. So I am definitely going to do readings on this channel on Halloween. Ooh. I just figured it'd be something fun. My daughter's gonna do my makeup. We're gonna go out in the neighborhood and see the doggy costume contest. Then hopefully the kids come around and they do their trick-or-treating because I got candy for the kids this year. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna get on live because I don't have to go to work the next day and see what we can talk about. It's gonna be Halloween-y things, and people tend to associate tarot cards with witches, which I don't personally. I don't even believe that tarot cards are demonic. I don't believe that objects are demonic, especially not no damn cards. I'm a people reader. I read people, or I try to. I can make up stories about you just by looking at you and tell you what I think is going on in your life. And majority of the time, girl, I am right. But anywho, that's how I do with tarot cards. I look at the cards and I read based off of what I see on the cards, which comes down to being an intuitive reader. If you're a reader yourself, you know what I'm talking about. There are people who read the textbooks and study the books, especially the books that come along with each deck. And then there are people that just look at the pictures. And we go off of what we feel based off looking at the pictures. Or we go off the energy that we're picking up based off of looking at the pictures. So if you're not a believer in tarot, this ain't gonna be for you, because I'm showing y'all all my decks. If you're not a believer in tarot, you think it's demonic, you think it's crazy, you think it's whatever, I don't care. I really don't. You can keep that opinion to yourself and mosey on. Why you still watching the video? I already told you that you can leave. This video ain't for you. By the title of it, this video ain't for you. What you click on it for, okay? But I do know that there are a few people on this channel that I have done readings for that I believe I was able to connect with what was going on in their lives and their situations. But I have not actually done a reading for anyone in almost 2 years. When I moved out of my home back in 2021, was it? Yes, October 2021. It's the last time I actually did a reading for someone. Other than my daughter's friend. I think I did on her birthday, and that might have been January of 2022. But that's still almost 2 years ago. I have not bought any new decks. So a lot of these decks may be old to people who are familiar with tarot decks. But yeah, I do collect them like artwork. I love the art. Some of them I don't resonate with anymore, so I may sell them. When I'll see what I'm gonna do. Some of them you'll see that I got more than one deck, and that's because I love the deck so much, or they're hard to get, hard to come by. Starting with this one, Karten de libre, cards of love. This is technically, I wouldn't call tarot deck. I would call this more of I wouldn't even say oracle. It's more oracle style. Tarot normally has a set of certain cards. They have the major arcana and the minor arcana, and the major goes from the Fool's Journey all the way up until this Sun or the Tower. Which one is at the end? The Sun. I don't know them by heart. I tell you, I don't know them by heart. And then you have the minor arcana, which is like a deck of cards. From 1 through 10, then the Jack, Queen, King, that type of situation. Well, in tarot, page, Queen, page, Jack, Queen, King. Okay. What else I was about to say? But oracle cards usually have like give you one word meaning for that particular card, but I still read oracle the same way that I would read tarot. I look at the image and let the image tell me what's going on. This deck is in German. I don't know how to read German. I don't know how to read no German, so I really am looking specifically at the picture and trying to determine what the image is saying. Like this one on the box, to me, this person is in search of love, or he thinks he's headed to love, standing at a crossroad. They don't know which way they're going to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I look at stuff like that. Actually, he reaching. I don't know if he reaching for her or she going. This one right here is like a little broken heart. And I believe it's it. Excuse me, hold on. Had a little coughing fit. It's the second time that happened to me today. First time I thought a bug flew in my mouth. I swear I did. But it hit me in the same spot. Like a little tickle in the back of my throat. Might be saying I'm talking too doggone much. Just get onto the cards. So I'm not going to open up the cards. I got videos for that. I have a second YouTube channel called Intentional Tarot. It used to be called Twisted Tarot, but it's called Intentional Tarot, where I do intentional readings. So I kind of like focus on a specific topic for the reading itself and see exactly what the cards say in relation to the topic. But I may go back to doing other stuff. Some of the personal readings that I've done, since it's been over a year, I have opened them up and placed the video on the channel. However, the person I read for, it's only their initials, so you still don't know who it's for. I try not to share too many people's personal information like that. I've done one celebrity reading, and a lot of the things in my reading have manifested the final answer of what that person, that was the Maya Rivera death. I still believe it was suicide. It still has not been determined, but everything else I said in that reading has came true. So if you have doubt in me, that's all I'm saying. There's people on this channel that I have read for, that I've connected with, resonated with their life. I've done some other readings, but yeah. So right now, like I said, I am still unpacking my house. That's the whole purpose of me getting these boxes out. And I figured I wanted to unpack my cards somehow, somewhere. I must have, because these are not in the box. This box is still taped shut. This box is completely full, so I don't know where these came from. So it's possible it's a third box somewhere. I'll know once I open these decks, because I know majority of the decks I have. So let me start out small. It's my Cosmic Cycles Tarot. This was I bought it off a Kickstarter. One of the most difficult decks I had to obtain, as far as like dealing with the creators of the deck, and shipping. This happened to come out during COVID, so it took forever to get here, things of that. But it's a very, very beautiful deck. I love it, love it, love it. I intend on using it for me only, because of the delicacy of the artwork. I feel like, yeah, I want to keep this to myself, because I'm not going to buy it again. I don't want to buy from these particular women again. Like I said, just because of the difficulty in getting my decks the first time. And they are basically just reprinting this deck over and over again, with different color borders, different books, translations, and things like that. And then I, like I said, have the Karten liebe. Like I said, this is more of an oracle deck. It's in German, and yes, you saw me hold up 2 boxes. This one has never been opened. I probably won't unless this one gets destroyed. The reason why I have to, one, is because these decks are no longer available. They are very rare. They cost currently about $500 to $600 for this one deck, and I was able to get them from Germany for $31, 31 US dollars. But in the United States, the US edition will cost you about $600 if you could find somebody willing to sell it. It's I love it. So I bought two. Alright, so I'm gonna start with the small boxes that's right here next to me, and see what the heck it says. Tarot cards on the box, so gotta be tarot cards in there. I don't know how many decks I got. I guess I count how many decks I got too, and I may log them in, because I think there is some that I want to get rid of. And it ain't these right here, baby. I like these already. I'm opening these up. Let's see, what other type of decks are there? There's Toft decks. I don't know the Toft system. There are Arcasic Tarot. I don't know that system either, even though I own one of the decks. Then you have Kipper cards. They're considered to be a fortune telling deck, and so far my Kipper cards have been very accurate, scarily accurate. It even is scary to me that how accurate the Kipper cards are. Then there's also other fortune gypsy decks, other tarot decks, gypsy decks. What am I saying? There's Kipper cards, and there's like gypsy fortune telling decks. I think I own one of those. Those are Tarot de Marseille. I want to say those are considered the pip decks. The pip decks are the ones that don't have any pictures. They just have objects. They're more like a deck of cards. People can read with anything. I read with a bag of pretzels before. I'm gonna tell you for real, and it was accurate for the person that I read for. So I think I have every form of deck other than the Thoth deck. So these are my Kipper cards, fortune telling. The method that I use to read with these is a German method. They basically tell you what things are about to come in life, in what order. You know, love this deck. I own 2 of these also. That's how much I love this deck. So I figured that if I damage one, I got another one to fall back on. Right now, I don't think that these are hard to come by. I don't know if he discontinued them or not, but just in case. Okay, I got Uno cards. I got Uno cards in my collection, and the reason why I have Uno cards because I also am into numerology. I'm not as well versed in numerology that I would like to be, which means I don't remember the things by heart, but I actually go by textbook notes or things that I see have meaning. I kind of use numerology the way you remember seeing the movie Symbols with Tom Hanks and how they were trying to break down what the symbols mean. And that's how I feel about numerology when I look at how patterns of numbers happen, the shapes of the numbers. Let's say, for example, the number 2. See if I can find one in the deck. To me, the number 2 has always looked like somebody kneeling down praying or kneeling down asking for something. And then I also use the Uno deck too because it really correlates with chakras. I'm not very versed on chakras either. However, I do have my notes that I wrote down, like what does green represent. And for me, usually when I see green, I think of things that you could be envious of. I think of things that you may be jealous of. I think of things that have growth. It depends on how the cards fall, things like that, you know. Yellow, something you could be timid by, something you could be cautious of, something that's bright and cheerful, you know, things like that. I want to say, like I said, I don't know my chakras by heart, but I know the yellow means something in chakra, the blue means something in chakra, green means something in chakra. If I have 2 cards, like a red and a blue come out, then I will relate that to being like red and blue makes purple, you know, and there's a purple chakra, things like that, child. I got my own reasons that I do stuff. I also use charms. I don't think I have any right here in near my reach, but I use charms also when I do my readings. Okay, so this is another one of my favorite decks, the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. I use this a lot when I do my vision boards. I don't know, it just seems to be so relatable. I use these cards to help me decide on the choices that I want to make or to guide me for a path that I want to take. So for example, like if I were to pull the reach out card and this is my vision and I'm making my vision board, or if I'm doing a reading for somebody, it tells me that I need to reach out to someone or somebody's about to reach out to me, you know, things like that. Okay, so I'm gonna put that to the oracle side. Modern Love Tarot. I've actually never read this. I've opened this deck to thumb through it. I've never ever used this book, this tarot deck. I bought it because I am associated with a Facebook group by the author. Her name is Ethany, and when she said she's putting out a book, actually, you know what? I think I found the tarot deck first. I just love that backing. I found the tarot deck first, and then I realized that not first. I was already in the group, but I found a tarot deck before I realized that the owner or the admin of the group is the one who created this deck. But it's a tarot book, and this deck is supposed to be about love. So, like my YouTube channel, like I said, is Intentional Tarot. It's very intentional, and this is intentionally used for love. Although for me, love can be represented in multitude of ways. Okay, so what I got in my bag, and then buy these little cute bags too. Sometimes to match the deck, sometimes not. Oh, what is this? This must have been a reading for myself. I got the cards. I need to find out what these go into. Oh yeah, I gotta put these cards back. Oh, this was my reading for this year. A breakthrough is at hand. Knights of Pentacles, which I was going to be seeking more ways to find messages about how to be more stable and make more money, how to get more growth in my life, things like that. Seeking more serenity, having more temperance, making things, okay, my dreams coming true, take action with passion, purifying, time for cleansing and detoxification, me and my body, girl. Giving love, give love on Christmas Day. Confidence is the key to my success. Then the Four of Pentacles, where you basically with the Four of Pentacles, I see that as somebody having trust, being protective of their finances too as well. Then rebirth and reinvention. This was my cards for the year. Wow, I stuck them in this bag. Interesting. Was that this year or last year? That's my cards for last year. It had to be. Unless I did a reading this year. No, I didn't do a reading this year because it was in this box. This is my cards for last year. What's this year? I don't know, child. Anywho. But then this deck right here. This is supposedly a tarot deck also. But they have revised the meanings of the cards. But the Four of Air, Four of Swords. Gotta sneeze now. Hold on for a second. Ooh, excuse me. Three of Fire. Wands, passion, fire. What else I got in here? This deck too also was a deck by another YouTuber. I cannot remember her name now. Oh, I'm so sorry. But I remember her YouTube channel was like Grasshopper or something. So I bought this because of that YouTuber. Denise Lynn, Sacred Travels, Oracle cards. I love this deck. This is the box that I use often. Which is funny to me because this box was taped up and I haven't been using it. Interesting. For my Oracle cards, Moonology. Using the moon and the 28 phases of the moon to help determine your life. I love astrology too. The zodiac signs, and I love all of that as well. And this combines that with the moon and the constellations. I'm buying me a telescope, child. I am one day. Let me get through this doggone thing. I'm already 18 minutes and I ain't even got to that box. Everyday Witch Oracle. Again, another one of my favorite decks. Favorites. Doreen Virtue Oracle. This right here is a knockoff deck. A lot of tarot readers have issues with knockoffs, and as a writer I understand. But when I purchased this, I didn't know it was a knockoff. I bought this early on in my career, but the lady Doreen Virtue who created this deck, she turned her life over to God, and in doing so she developed the mindset as well that tarot was evil. So she stopped selling her decks. So when she did that, they discontinued printing all of hers, and everybody that owned them already, baby, I think that this deck here probably cost you about $500, the original one too. So I'm keeping my knockoff deck. Be mad about it if you want to. This one, Arcana. When I saw the creator creating this deck, I think I found him Found him on Kickstarter also. So this was a Kickstarter deck. And then I ended up following him on Facebook just to keep up with it. When I saw the artwork on this deck, it was so beautiful. Now, when he created this, not only did he create a book, he created a score, a musical CD, and a board game to go with these tarot cards. I only got the tarot cards. Now, once I received them, I thought that they were kind of dark because, you know, on Facebook, it looks so much brighter. So I have actually never, ever used this deck, but it is a keepsake. So I got, I'm gonna separate my Kickstarters. Where's my other Kickstarter? How do I do my other? I'm gonna do my Kickstarters. What is this? More cards. Everyday Witch Oracle. That goes in this box. Those are. This is Everyday Witch Tarot. The deck is somewhere. We gonna see. All right. So one box unpacked, and now you're gonna ask me what the hell I'm gonna do with all these damn decks once I got them over here. All right. So here's another bag. I bought this one, I know, in London. I remember buying that bag in London. Oh, these are other fortune teller cards. I like using these too. I don't have the original box. It's the Madam Fortune, something like that. I don't know what the original box is to tell you what the name of these are. I want to say it's the Madam Fortune, and these really show what I would call, when I get these readings, these tell me things to look out for, to be cautious for. Things I may need to worry about. But they're not all dark cards. But for some reason, when they fall, it usually works that way when I use them for myself. So these are bags. These don't have boxes. Okay, what else we got in here? Oh, no shit's given. Is this a tarot deck? They call it a tarot deck. It's a Kickstarter as well. You see the quality of the box. It's a quick starter as well, and it's supposed to be a tarot deck, but it's really not tarot. So I will use this as I can't say this is an oracle either. Like the Karten de libre, I wouldn't call this a oracle either. It's affirmation or tool or affirmation deck. Like if you're waiting for a sign, well, here it is. Shit is not gonna happen if you keep waiting. Go and do it yourself or pay somebody else to do it. It's words of affirmation. And that's kind of what I think this Karten de libre is. Somebody needs to poo. Let that shit go. Okay, let it go. Let it go. Unfriend that shithead. They are not worth your time or your energy. You deserve better. That's what kind of cards these are. So I would consider these like words of affirmations, mottos, mantras, you know, something like that. But it's not tarot, even though that they called it a tarot deck when I bought it. But this indeed was a Kickstarter as well. I was going to give these up, but I kind of like them now. Once I got them, I was very disappointed that they were what they were. But I kind of like them now that I just read them again. Love on the Record. This is another Oracle deck. And I think I got these. One, the creator is a black girl. And they look like little records. You get this one, you're going to get romance, gifts, crush. They just have like little keywords on them. Nothing really specific. I'm missing you. Ooh, ooh, I'm missing you. Tell me why the road turns. Moving on, walking away. Yeah, it's just like little keyword. But I love the fact that they're little disc. And I think I bought everything that this girl makes simply because she was black. I'm just letting you know that right now. I'm trying to support black creators. What is this? Is this the other deck that I thought I was missing? Something's moving around in here. I thought I lost the deck, so I bought it again. Radiant Wisdom. Even though, like I said, they call it tarot. Radiant Wisdom Tarot. Basically, she kind of created her own system. But it's 78 cards compared to the 72 that a normal tarot doesn't have. So that is actually the exact same as the ones that I have in this pouch. I thought I lost it, so I bought 2. But this is from the YouTuber. Yeah. So I just supported you, girl. Oh, Anthony has a YouTube channel here. Okay. This deck here, this is a major arcana only tarot deck. I love it. Love it. Another YouTuber created this. She's in India. It took me actually, it didn't take me a while. It took me a lot of back and forth with her in India. Yes, it did take me a while to get this deck. And then she put it on Amazon so I could buy it for Amazon because the shipping from India alone was ridiculous. Yes. Another YouTuber. I supports people, y'all. I supports people. Oh. The other black girl, the one who created this one. This is an astrology deck. Discover, what is this? The oldest forms of understanding is astrology, the language. It's the OG deck, breaks down basic information about your natal chart, your birth chart. I have never opened it. I told you I bought all the decks that she ever created simply because she was a black creator. One day I'm gonna open it either. Okay. This one serves as well. Monopoly deck. Life is like a board game tarot. So these are tarot cards. I said the other one was 78, 72. I probably said it wrong. It's 78. This is a 78 card tarot deck. Using the board game of Monopoly. Like the Fool is the gold card. Same black girl. Trying to find some other decks that's not as popular. What is this? Oh, this is just a deck of playing cards that I got when I was in Vegas. But like I say, people can use regular playing cards. Regular old playing cards, you can use them as and do tarot readings. They would consider these to be PIP cards. It's a long video. That's alright. Maybe I should do this another way. These are the Titanic tarot. I was simply in love with these two. Once I saw the artwork, this was another Kickstarter project. Put a lot of thought into it. We all got a boarding pass of the name of the person who was on the Titanic. I have Lady Lucy, Christiana, and Duff Gordon. These are their boarding passes. I have not opened them. They're still sealed up. Because I believe this is a collector's item. Although I've opened a damn deck. He gave us a little wood box, treasure box. And then the tarot cards themselves. Again, all the tarot cards are marked with images that could have happened on the Titanic themselves. This is such pristine art. As I say, tarot cards for me is also art. Let me put that in there. Seal this on back up. I mean, I guess it could still be a tarot collector's edition, but since I've actually opened the tarot cards, is it still? That ain't closing. Okay. I don't know, child. Yeah, I was just gonna say I probably could have did this a different way. I probably could just showed y'all all my oracle cards at one time and all the tarot cards at one time. Cause I got a lot more to go in this box, so we already been going a half hour. I'm trying to pull out all the ones from either Kickstarter or YouTubers. The Bow Life in Switzerland. She's a YouTuber also. And when I saw her deck that she was using on her channel, I was like, gotta have it. But once I got it, I didn't want to use it. And it's not that the deck isn't still beautiful. It is still very pretty, but it's very pink, and I'm not really, I don't know, they resonated with me more on screen. But I love the craftsmanship that she put into her design. The cards are beautiful. They just very pink. And I don't know, it just ain't that very, very pinkness. Once I got it in my hand, it's just because it's so all one note. Everything is pink and brown. Everything. We got this cute little bag, so if I wanted to, the Bow Life on it, if I wanted to take it out of the box, I could, you know, but I didn't. Put it back in here. She put a lot into that. I ain't even mad at you, girl. I ain't mad at you, girl. I know I got at least one more deck by another YouTuber is what I'm looking for. Y'all seen this before. She called it a tarot deck. It's a black YouTuber out of Canada. She's in the French Canadian part. So the deck has English and French on it. This is the hair deck. You know, I told y'all before in one of my videos that sometimes the condition of your hair can determine or can help people see what mood you're in. I'm feeling very carefree right now, child, and I'm big with it. You know, I actually look like her on the box. Just different melanations. Now, I will say about this deck, when I bought it, I connected with it so much when I saw it on screen. But when I use it in readings, along with other cards, it just don't fit. It don't fit. Somehow it doesn't connect with what I'm reading. But I think this deck is just meant for certain people. Like this one. This one is it's a tarot deck, but it's an Afro-Brazilian tarot deck. Really tapping into the Yoruba people. And you know, Santeria people, but using Yoruba, fresh out of Africa type stuff. And so some of the images that you see on here are so related to the African diaspora that you may not be able to connect with it. And I wonder if I could, because I like to use Oracle and Tarot together along with other various methods. I wonder if these two would work well together. I'm gonna have to do a reading with those two together and see. But as of right now, these are my least used decks compared to the ones that I use. There's some that I've never opened before. Oh, this is one of the other tarot methods that I was talking about. The Akashic Tarot. I don't understand this method because it is different than the tarot that everybody is aware of, the Rider-Waite system. This system is different, but like I said, I don't read the textbooks anyway. For some reason I feel like I should. But I haven't used this much, and maybe I should. You know, some beautiful imagery on there. Just use and mix them all right on there with the other ones. Baby Tarot is one of my other favorite ones. It's images of little babies. I do use these for people who want to have children or expected mothers. The little images of little babies on them. I love this. They just cute. They're so cute. And I do find that when I have just did like general readings with these, the people that I'm doing general reading for, after the reading is done, tell me that they are dealing with babies, or the idea of having a child, or may have just lost one. So yeah, I got this from Etsy. I just wanted a tarot deck that had that, you know, could relate to maternal people that are pregnant or expecting, or, you know, things of that nature. So yeah, I went and searched for it, and I found Baby Tarot. I love it, love it, love it. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can see some of the other ones that are different tarot styles or different deck styles. Okay, if nobody don't know nothing else about tarot card readings or psychics, Miss Cleo, call me now. That's Miss Cleo. Ain't Miss Cleo in jail? She might be, but I calling me now. I had to get Miss Cleo's deck, honey. It's just a basic old Rider-Waite deck. Basic old Rider-Waite deck. But I had to get calling me now. I didn't think that Miss Cleo used tarot cards when she did. I thought she was using crystal ball. I don't know, child, but I had to get it. Let's see. Archetype cards. This is another different style of card. I want to say my No Shit's Given or my Karten de Liebe deck are very similar to the archetype cards. This gives you your light attribute and your dark attribute, or your shadow side. So let's say, as a poet, y'all know I'm a poet, okay? So as a poet, I'm very able to express soul insights in a symbolic language, and that's normally what poets do. But on the flip side of it, poets will also turn a lyric or gift to negative or destructive effect. They can use the poem. Have you ever heard a writer say, don't piss me off because I write about you? That's basically what that shadow attribute is saying. So I love these archetype cards. Carolyn Miss, she actually has a book that I purchased separate from this, and I was trying to study different archetypes of different people, different behaviors and things of that nature. And when I was in the Barnes and Noble, I saw the book, and then I remember seeing her name somewhere else, and I researched and saw the cards. So I was like, if you don't get these, girl, it was meant to be. So that's how I ended up with those. It's another box somewhere. It's definitely another box somewhere. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna pause right here. I'm gonna come back again and do another video, because you see I got all these still to go through. Or is it another box? Oh, it's not another box. There was a specific type of deck I was looking for that I didn't see, that I see now. And I was thinking that if I didn't see this, then I know I didn't have alpha decks. This is another astrology deck. I love this one. This one hits home more than any astrology deck that I've ever seen. This is one that's hard to come by too. It tells you how the moon, what the moon symbolizes, recognizes instinct, your gut feelings, femininity, privacy, moods. It represents the mother, things of that nature. And then you have like the houses. You know, on your zodiac sign is in the 11th house. 11th house is about the edge, or it could be about communication, and it could, you know, it could be a lot of different things. The second house is about assets, and it gives you some little keywords to tell you what those things mean to help you learn astrology better. So I love this. This is the Numinous Astro deck. And then I pulled out this other one. This one here is what they call an activation deck. Have you ever seen like psychiatry when they give you the ink spot, the ink test. You look at it, you see what you supposedly see. That's what I see when I see this. That's all these cards is basically different colorful ink splotches to me. But when I see these, I get messages from them. Yeah. So it's activating something in our brain when you see these decks. So they do have meaning. And usually when I determine, when I look at the card and I see what I see, I will go to the book and then look up the book and see what the book says it's supposed to see. And usually, at least 85% of the time, I'm very close or on point exactly. Okay. Am I gonna keep going? 40 minutes. Make this an hour video? I don't know, child. I could run through them real quick. I could. Oracle cards with the animals. Basically having, in a lot of native, indigenous communities, animals represent, animals have a lot of symbolism. They use them as totems. If you see a bird flying, if you dream about fish, black people, y'all know what I'm talking about. It explains what those symbolisms can mean. That's what this deck is. Speaking of that, I also do dream interpretation. My Everyday Witch Tarot that goes along with my Everyday Witch Oracle cards. So yes, there are two different Everyday Witches here. And no, I do not consider myself to be a witch. The Tarot Nefertiti. I think this has two different names because I seen it called something else. But when I looked at the cards, they're the exact same cards. They're Egyptian. I love Egyptian mythology. I love Greek mythology. I like mythology, period. Whispers of Lord Ganesha. Hindu religion. I like learning about the gods. Again, this is like mythology, so to speak, before the Hindu people. And you can see how the Hindu people, the African people, the Greek people, how all of their gods kind of cross. The stories crisscross. They all have very similar stories. Just the different entities that are being represented. The different entities that are being represented, or the way they look are different. Tarot of the Moors, another one of my decks I don't use as often. It's one of my least favorite decks. But I wanted a deck about black people, and the Moors are supposed to be the first black people. This is written by a black woman. Yeah. So that's one reason why I got this book. But yeah, this deck, I just don't connect with it like I thought I would. Botanical inspiration, just more inspirational stuff. I don't connect with these at all. Different flowers. I wish the flowers would have told us what their healing properties would be, since I'm into herbalism and stuff like that. But when I bought this deck, I wasn't. But yeah, it doesn't tell you exactly what. I can identify plants using these, but that's about it. But I don't like that deck at all. I don't really use it. The lenormand is another type of card system. My Kipper cards, these are very similar in the way that they are used. I've never opened this up. I haven't learned the system. It is a certain system, a certain way you read. I haven't learned it yet. One of my very first decks, the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. This is a very different type of tarot as well. I bought this when I was in London as well. My dog is barking now. Spellcasters Tarot, one of my favorite tarot decks. The way that the cards are identified, the meanings have different meanings than the Rider-Waite. This is more of a Wiccan understanding. They even have runes and symbols in some of the cards. Again, I'm not a witch, but I still very closely connect to this deck. One of my favorites. Barbara Moore Wizards Tarot. I thought I was connected to it more. I don't. I guess I have. Shut up! I guess I haven't used it as much. Happy Tarot, just another one I wanted for the kids. Yes, I do read for children. Sometimes children start off in tarot at a young age. This is a deck that I would think would be very easy for children to use and understand. This is so easy. This is so easy. It's called Easy Tarot. I think I got this from. You can get it from the Five and Below for $5. But I bought mine from Barnes and Noble. This has detailed meanings and descriptions on the cards themselves. It even gives you a free Celtic cross map to use if you're trying to learn how to use the Celtic cross. I've never did Celtic cross. It's it doesn't really work for me as far as intuitively reading because each position of the cross has a meaning. Secrets of Tarot. What is this deck? Oh, I'm confusing this one. Learn to read all the cards once and for all. This is a different tarot deck. Easy Tarot. Oh, this deck right here is totally different. I put it in this box because they was both orange. This actually goes here. This is the Easy Tarot with all the words and stuff written on the cards. This is Cyril Marchetti Gilded Tarot. I like Cyril Marchetti's artwork. That's why I buy his decks. The Kipper cards that I have is Cyril. I just thought this was cute. Gregory Scott Tarot. I just love the artwork on it. Kind of medieval situation going on there. Angel Wisdom Tarot. I've never opened this. I mean, I've opened it, I think. But what the heck does the cards look like? The Knight. This is a knight. He's a knight of what, though? It's tarot. I just don't know what it is. I've never really looked at these cards. I think I like the way that the back look, and that's what made me buy it. I'm gonna have to go through it one day. I wonder if this Angel Wisdom. I think I saw this on somebody that's indigenous on their YouTube channel, and they were using it, and that's probably why I bought it. The Master Tarot deck. Why did I get this? Oh, I bought this off of IG. They basically just blew up the Rider-Waite and made the pictures pretty. Supporting an IG person. Okay, this video is long. Almost done. The Pre-Raphaelite Tarot. It's like a Victorian era. It's a Georgian era. It's along those lines. It's a certain period in time. I love this deck. This is not supposed to be a love reading deck, but it really resonates well for me with love readings. Again, one of my very first decks. It's not the Rider-Waite, but it's the Waite Tarot. It's a holographic deck. They basically taken the tarot, made it holographic. This is pretty much a knockoff deck too. Yeah. And I'm keeping it. Yeah. Get mad if you want to about knockoff decks. I'm keeping it. I got two knockoff. Yeah. And one Oracle and then this one. But I love the holographs. Holographic look. Crystal Angels. This helped me understand crystals. Explains what fluorite is, you know. It does explain it. It gives you the crystal. It does not explain what the crystal is. Angelite. Topaz. I don't even know if the crystal is actually in the damn image at all. Oh yeah, dolomite. The image is there. It doesn't explain the true benefit or properties of the crystal. It just gives you some oracle affirmations that I don't use. Oh, real talk. Another affirmation desk. I have never opened this, but the cards. Okay, so on the back of it says it's gonna give voicemail. Hi, this message is for, I'll use me, poetry. It's me again. I hope you received my previous message. This deck contains more messages full of positivity and encouragement. All the illustrations and affirmations are designed to give you a boost of confirmation when it's most needed. Short, sweet, and to the point. When you have a moment, check it out. It's dope. So, this was also designed by the black girl, and I said I bought all of her decks. This was the other one. Housewives Tarot. This is a divination kit. They made these. They set these up to look like recipes. You know, like little recipe cards. I bought this basically as a novelty because as far as reading, it doesn't resonate with me to get readings on, but it's cute. Okay, and the last one is my Poppy Palin, the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. This used to be one of my favorite decks. I lost connection with it a while ago. There's a lot of things I see in the images now that disturb me. I do not like the fairies that she has drawn on the cards. Something about these fairies don't give me joy. And they're everywhere. I didn't notice them at first. These little funny looking creatures down in the corner. I didn't notice them at first. If I could blank out the fairies, then I probably would like this deck again. But the deck is so huge, you know. That is all of my tarot decks. I don't think that I have missed any. And now that they are all over my bed, what does that mean? I have to put them away. So now this box is unpacked. That box is unpacked. And I got a bed full of tarot cards. And if I want to go to sleep, then I damn sure got to put these ones up. So thank y'all for watching this video. Like I said, it's just something for me to post up to give y'all another video doing this 31 days of videos, just improving engagement on the channel. But I will be on Halloween night in full costume, and I will be doing readings, a live reading. I'm gonna go live, and if y'all want to get something read, just hit me up and let me know. All right, thank y'all for watching. Peace.